separation, and a new beginning. Jack left in silence. He didn't look back. Behind him was a city full of lights, a past filled with memories, and a love that remained unfinished. To Tien. But he had to leave, carrying nothing but two empty hands and a heart full of wounds. Jack stepped into a foreign land. He was no longer the man he used to be, a man who once had everything but lost it all. Surviving in a new place was a brutal battle. Jack took on any job he could find, working tirelessly just to get by. There were nights when exhaustion almost consumed him, but every time he looked in the mirror, he reminded himself, "You cannot fall." With sheer determination, he climbed his way up. From a nameless employee, he became an ambitious financial investor. He threw himself into work like a madman, sacrificing everything to build his empire. After years of relentless effort, Jack became a respected name in the financial world. But standing at the peak of success, admired by many, he realized one cruel truth. He was still alone, because deep in his heart, there was a name he could never forget. To Tien. A call from the past. Late at night, the office was quiet. Jack sat by the window, a glass of whiskey in his hand, staring at the distant city lights. Suddenly, his phone vibrated. The number on the screen made his hand freeze. It was To Tien. Jack couldn't believe his eyes. How long had it been since they last spoke? How long had it been since he heard that voice? His hand trembled slightly as he picked up the call. A familiar yet weary voice came through the line. "Jack, it's me." Jack felt his heart skip a beat. "To Tien, why are you calling me?" A long silence followed. Then, a soft chuckle, tinged with sorrow. "Because I have no one else to call." That one simple sentence told Jack everything. To Tien still hadn't found happiness. A reunion in the night. They met again at a small cafe, where the warm glow of the lights reflected off the worn wooden tables. Jack stared at To Tien. The man before him looked thinner, his once bright eyes now clouded with sadness. "Tone left me," To Tien said. Jack flinched slightly. He didn't know much about To Tien and Tone's relationship, but he never expected this. He was afraid of public opinion, afraid of losing his reputation, afraid of everything, except me. To Tien spoke in a voice free of resentment, as if he had accepted the inevitable. Jack looked at him for a long time. "What are you going to do now?" To Tien let out a soft sigh, his fingers tracing the rim of his coffee cup. "Maybe I'll leave this city." The wind outside blew stronger. Jack felt something stir deep inside him. He didn't want to let To Tien disappear from his life again. "You don't have to go," he said slowly. To Tien looked up, uncertainty in his gaze. "Then what do you want me to do?" Jack didn't answer immediately. Instead, he held To Tien's gaze before whispering, "Stay with me." When two hearts draw closer. In the days that followed, To Tien started working at Jack's company. At first, there was still a distance between them. But little by little, that distance faded. Shared lunches, accidental touches, late nights spent working in the same office. Every small moment pulled them closer. One night, Jack came home after a long meeting and found To Tien asleep on the sofa, a report still clutched in his hand. Jack walked over quietly, gazing down at him. When was the last time he had felt this sense of warmth? Carefully, he took off his coat and draped it over To Tien's shoulders. To Tien stirred slightly, his eyes fluttering open. "You're still awake?" he mumbled sleepily. Jack shook his head. "I just wanted to sit here for a while." To Tien didn't ask anything more. Instead, he scooted closer and rested his head against Jack's shoulder. From that moment on, neither of them felt alone anymore. The storm arrives. Then, the rumors began. Famous financial CEO allegedly in a special relationship with his close assistant. The media went wild. Paparazzi captured photos of them together. The board of directors became restless. "Jack, you need to do something about this," they told him. "You should have a woman by your side, at least for appearances." Jack remained silent. That night, To Tien hesitated before speaking. "Do you think we made a mistake?" Jack frowned. "Why do you ask?" To Tien gave a small, sad smile. "Because I'm afraid you're sacrificing too much." Jack walked over, his gaze steady. "I don't care what the world thinks. I only care if you're going to leave or not." To Tien stared at him for a long moment, then slowly shook his head. An old enemy returns. Just when the controversy reached its peak, another storm hit them. John, Jack's old enemy, the man he had once exposed for illegal business dealings, was back, and he was out for revenge. One morning, Tien received a letter with no return address. If you want Jack to be safe, leave him. Tien's hands shook as he read it, but he didn't tell Jack. Then, the nightmare truly began. Jack's company stocks plummeted overnight. Business partners withdrew their contracts. The board of directors demanded Jack resign, but Jack was never one to back down. If John wants to destroy me, he picked the wrong person to fight. A fate decided between life and death. That night, Jack left the office late. As he walked toward his car, he heard the roar of an engine. A black car sped toward him. "Jack, watch out." Tien's voice rang out. The tires screeched. The impact was deafening. Then, darkness. When Jack opened his eyes, he was in a hospital bed. The room was quiet except for the soft sound of someone breathing beside him. Tien. His hands were wrapped tightly around Jack's, his face streaked with tears. "You're awake," Tien whispered. Jack gave a weak smile. "As long as you're here, nothing else matters." Outside, the storm had not yet passed, but this time they would face it together.